peaceful residential neighborhood have become a terror and danger zone after dark. In recent months, of course, the areas like Abacha Road and Mararaba have been suffering from persistent armed robbery attacks, and people are feeling abandoned.
The wave of armed robberies, bold, violent, and increasingly frequent, is tearing through this busy corridor linking Nasarawa State to the Federal Capital Territory. Recently, one compound of 12 flats was attacked in the dead of night as robbers broke into 11 flats, carting away properties worth millions of naira.
I was sleeping, window closed. So all of a sudden I heard the noise of that veranda gate busted. But before I could stand up, the guys entered in close to the window and broke the window. So already we are doing face-to-face already now, and he said, "Bring your phone and car key."
The trauma left behind is not just physical, but emotional, as many in the area say that they are left traumatized, with the fear lingering on days after the attacks.
The feeling is nothing to compare with, seriously, because it's not something that I wish for even my enemy. Because like this, up till now, that we even try to work on the security in the area and the compound, we are still afraid.
The robbers were not just fearless, they were audaciously strategic, as residents say that they worked in teams, controlled the streets, and took their time during the operation.
They came in numbers. They were just breaking and entering, like the audacity they entered this compound. I was like, the following day I was like, what gave them that audacity to enter this? They were allowed. Armed robbers will just come, they will do sharp, but these people, they spend like 1 hour in this compound.
Many believe the problem goes beyond just one attack. It has now become a pattern, with the community now taking matters into their own hands.
In the last 2 weeks, we've not been sleeping. I've seen only one police van for the last 5 years here, just one.
In just a period of 3 weeks, armed robbers made our community rob 4 times. And they went away with 3 cars. The community has to come together to say it's high time we got our own security men. So we have to resort to using the vigilante group, that's the hunters.
Anytime that anybody had issue, you can call our number. We have our emergency number, which the more you call, before 2 minutes or 1 minute, by God grace, we will be there.
While the community does what it can, the police says it is putting effort to protect the people.
The command is not relaxing or relenting on its orders. We will keep raiding all criminal hideouts, chasing the criminals, in order to see that the security situation around that place is stable.
As security threats rise, the trust in protection systems continues to erode. For residents of Abacha Road and Mararaba, the hope is that these cries for help will be met with swift and visible intervention. From Nasarawa State, for News Central, Sumayya Abubakar.
All right, News Central, Sumayya Abubakar now joins us for more on this. Sumayya Abubakar, thank you for that comprehensive report put together that we just saw. Could you tell us more about this report? What is it about this attack? It feels sort of planned. Why will that community or that area be attacked in such manner?
Now, Blessing, good afternoon. This is the most scariest thing. According to, of course, these communities, they say that this is something that just started recently, and we're counting a month to 2 months. And when it started, it was just like a joke. And before you know it, it became really persistent. Like highest, it goes a day or 2 days. And then they calm down, and then they come back again. And like I said, it's really violent. They hit these people really hard. They come for everything. Now, one of the victims that I spoke to, Ahmed, he said that even though in just a second, they broke into the gate, broke his window, asked for his car key and, of course, his phones, they still wanted to get inside his room. And, of course, out of fear, he also used power to jump the fence, where he got injured in the process. Another woman in that compound also said she was even trying to go through the ceiling because she was scared of, you know how these people can get. They are fully intoxicated, out of their mind. So when they have the time, then they think of harming the women. So she was thinking she doesn't want to be raped. So she was trying to go through the ceiling, and they were literally following her through the ceiling. So it was a scary event. And the most scariest part is that they could not even, the neighbors couldn't come, because when it became persistent, the neighborhood came together and said, let's have a whistle where we can call to each other in case if anything is happening. And one of them, which is Ahmed, said he blew the whistle, but neighbors made attempts to come. But then these people were parading. They had about 5 to 6 bikes and cars, and they were driving around the road. And this road is a very clean road. So they were driving, searching, waiting for anybody that could play hero to come out and assist. And the people got scared because they do not have any weapons of their own. So neighbors went back, and these people took their time. One of the people said they made contact with police, but then police, of course, did not respond as quickly as they should. It was after an hour or hour plus. This is the estimation. Of course, it could be more or less. Before the police came, which already these people had taken their time, carted away with these people's property. Now, this is one of many. I sampled this story because they had their time to, take from 11 flats. But it has been consistent situation. They reach out to different houses. It became a pattern of saying perhaps they're taken from this line, this street would take one house, and then another street would take another house. So it is really scary. People are not safe. People are not feeling safe. But of course, they made efforts to get vigilante to at least assist them feel a little bit of safety in their community.
Okay, so this reminds me a lot about the curfew bandits. I can't remember what their names were, but during the COVID-19 season, there were complaints about certain people who would invade homes and attack people. So, we could say that the COVID-19 curfew triggered that one. Was there any change that happened in that area that could have triggered this? Would we attribute this to the high level of joblessness, out of school youths, or something?
We could. Of course, kids are out of school. Life is difficult. We saw how we did the 2 years anniversary of the president, which, of course, everybody is saying there might be a bit of progress, but the economy, there's still hardship. But should that be a reason? We are all suffering from this economy. Nobody is exempted from the suffering. So when you now, because you're selfish and greedy, inflict pain on somebody, when other people go out in the day to hustle and then come back home, when they want to rest, that's when you decide to come and take it. I just don't think that is a good, reason for that. But then one of the, of course, scariest situations that could have escalated this is the fact that Abuja has become a dungeon for drug abuse. And one of the constant things that people will repeatedly say is that these people are highly intoxicated. So when people get intoxicated, they become addicted, they can do anything just to get money to continue to serve that addiction. So I think that is one of the major concerns. Calls have been made for at least authority to do more, because Abuja is becoming really scary with, of course, drug use. So that is one of the things. But then in all of that, communities are not safe at all. I spoke to the SP, that's Rahman Nansel, who is the PPRO of the Nasarawa State Police Command. And one of the things he pointed out was that they are making efforts to perhaps bring bike to at least fasten the response, because that is the major concern. These people are saying the Abacha Road Division only have one vehicle, and this vehicle, I couldn't even get access to it, but each time you're passing, sometimes you see it, and this is a really old Hilux that they use. Most times, of course, because this place is really big. Mararaba is a very big place, but then for that division, they're supposed to protect a large number. I'm telling you, one vehicle cannot cover this particular area to keep these people safe. Because in some situations, the police, when you call them, they'll tell you they're far from this place. And of course, there are some places that the road is really bad. So that is one of the concerns that the SP pointed out, saying that the roads are bad. And most times their response should be like 5 minutes, but they cannot make it because of how bad the road is. And according to him, he said they will definitely put the complaint of this lack of a lot of manpower and infrastructure, and also, of course, the cars to the that's the Ministry of Defense, and hopefully they get a response on that one. So far that is it. But then the people in this process are, at least they've garnered the attention of the police in this division, which what they could do for them is just give them assistance of saying, okay, we're approving vigilantes to come and assist in this. So these vigilantes have their own bikes, and according to them, they say the response is 2 minutes to 5 minutes, just like the police is 5 minutes. And hopefully, so far, there's a bit of calm from 2 days of these vigilantes starting their work. But then, based on my own contact and the reach and push to the SP of the Nasarawa State Police Command, he said they are going to put effort into making sure at least there is more infrastructure. So we're hoping to see a response from, of course, this in-depth report.
Okay, Sumayya, thank you so much for this very comprehensive report. And like you said, we'll look forward to seeing the response.